It's 6:06. We're coming off of a beautiful weather weekend after spikes in numbers of coronavirus cases, though, through the state have increased. So how has it affected local businesses?
Yeah, joining us right now, Chad Emerson, the executive director of Downtown Huntsville, Inc. Chad, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, so we saw a lot of people out this weekend. They've been, heading outdoors ever since Memorial Day weekend. Are there any concerns you're seeing from businesses or even customers about the increase in cases?
No, I think what's happening is that our businesses are doing a really, really good job of following the rules with their employees wearing face coverings and all the other rules that are required by the state. I've been to other parts of the state recently. I didn't see that being done as well, honestly, when I was on vacation. It's being done really well here in Huntsville.
Chad, real quick, are you seeing more people coming back visiting retailers and restaurants, especially in the downtown area?
Yeah, that's a really tricky equation because just as the reopening was really kicking in, you started to have basically the protests and other type of activities, which kind of juxtaposed to each other are kind of a tricky situation. So we started to see a little bit there, and then some of the protests that made it harder to get downtown a few times. So some of the businesses were affected then. So overall, it was a positive start, and hopefully it'll continue to be a positive growth over the whole summer.
And Chad, kind of keeping with those protests, walk us through just any fallout for businesses down there. We saw those gatherings last week and the week before out there. What are business owners kind of feeling and seeing?
I think it was a relatively new experience for downtown Huntsville. You don't typically have a lot of large protests there, so I think some of them didn't know what to expect. And it turned out the protesters were very peaceful, did a great job, and there was not any property damage. So I think as you continue to see additional potential protests, they now know that you can stay open and serve your customers while this is going on at the same time, that they're not mutually exclusive. And that's important. So I think you'll start to see that even more if there are continued protests.
Yeah, indeed, we are living in unique times, as you know. When you take a look at states like Utah and Oregon putting off reopening their states to more businesses because they're seeing some spikes in cases, of course, we're seeing some spikes in cases here. Are there any signs that maybe we open too soon, or is that just out of the question?
You know, honestly, that's not being a scientist. I don't know all of the metrics that went into there. I do know that there were rules provided for employers, for the employees to wear face coverings, to not use the self-serve dispensers, those type of rules. The 6 feet apart in tables. Our businesses are, by and large, following those rules. So all I can say is that we're following the rules. Whether the rules are what the rules should be, I don't know. That's for the experts. But we're following those rules in downtown Huntsville to a really large degree.
Chad, what's next for your group as we still try to maneuver through these times of uncertainty?
Oh, wow. I mean, if you asked me that question in January, I would have not said a pandemic and massive social unrest. But, I think really it's adapt to the situation, knowing that we don't control these situations. We can't make things right as they should be with the George Floyd killing, or we can't make the COVID virus go away. So what can we do to help our businesses and our guests adjust? So we're just every day waking up, looking at best practices across the country, and things like closing down Holmes Avenue on the weekends so people can dine outdoors, so you can keep people further away out in the sunshine, but still have restaurants be supported. So it's that type of stuff. I think we're going to be an adjustment, test and adjust. That's what they call it in a lot of places. We're going to test and adjust all summer long.
Just adapting to the environment that we live in. Chad, we really appreciate you coming on, giving us an update what's happening out there. Chad Emerson, the executive director, Downtown Huntsville, Inc. Thank you, Chad.
Thank you. Take care.
You too.
All right, thank you. It is 6:10 right now.